Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we are working our way through our mission Pearl of Contestania here. And we're actually pretty close to being done with this, believe it or not. It may not look like it, but we actually are quite close here. We need to get our third trade route in Carpetania, which is already 38% done. This is immediately going to be ready for completion. This will take a year, but that's okay. The Galatian Civil War has ended. That's fine. This is going to take another year, but then we're going to need to construct a great temple. Province of Editania make 4 religious endowments. That's a lot of religious endowments. So out here in Editania, right? So religious endowments would be this. We're already making 1. I didn't realize we'd have to make 4 endowments, but that's actually kind of perfect. We're not going to get free endowments, that's for sure. We're going to have to pay quite a lot of influence. I hadn't realized that we're going to need that. We have some time before we get there. We'll definitely need political influence. 1.35 per month. Yeah, that's going to take a little bit. So Commercial Ventures has finished up over here for Carpetania. So we can now expand trade in Carpetania, which of course gets us +2 building slots in our city center in Carpetania, which appears to have not shown up. There we go. It just took a moment. Cool. So I think we'll just continue to build libraries here. This is a research-focused city, and that sounds fine. So we're going to complete this one first for the Omen power. Then we're going to start working on embellishing to Tulsia. So that'll be absolutely great. We're going to get 2 nobles. We're going to get additional city building slots, research points, and civilization level. Actually, 20 political influence out of this too. Beautiful. So that's great. That's going to be done in a year. So we'll tick on forward and work on that. Now, as far as these religious endowments go, that's going to be very interesting. Paying 224, we can actually afford this. Population output, 15% is probably not amazing, but we can afford that for now. Province of Editania make 4 religious endowments. So we're about to finish one of those. I don't see any progress in that. Do we want an alliance with these guys? No, we've already looked at them. Okay, sure. So cults have been sanctioned out over here, of course. That's fine. We're going to head out over this direction, and actually, we need a civic researcher. That's quite important. Who do we want to put in here? You'll do. Cool. Okay, so we need to put in a great temple here. That's going to cost 278.4. That's relatively expensive, but we are making 30 per month right now, so that's not the end of the world. Cool. What is the current opinion of Carthage of us? Actually, plus 55. Not bad. I'm actually very, very pleased with that. Our Senate support is middling at best, but we need to be bringing up our stability. That is a big deal here. We do have some disloyal characters, but there's no risk of civil war at the moment. So we definitely need to get a religious endowment going, I think. But I'm not sure if these are actually counting or not. Our current investments here add an additional cost of 20 gold. So I'm pretty sure, like if we were to look at our building slots, we can see that we have 1 religious complex here, right? We need 4 in total. I'm going to get this started, and that'll cost us about a month's worth of gold. But that's okay. I'm not too concerned about that one. So we're going to be working on this next. That's going to be another 150 gold. Okay. So obviously we could go for an autonomous enclave. That would make them into an independent country? Yeah, probably not. The religious endowments are going to be very interesting for sure. We do need a new physician. This guy will do. Fantastic. I'm mostly just interested in their skill level. So that will work for the time being. Let's get that great temple going there. Okay. The renovations of Titulcia, that's our capital, is in some ways fundamentally reshaping the city, and not only through the addition of new quarters in and around the new buildings. Every part of the city has been given a new focus and a change of status. The commercial district has largely reoriented itself to support the new class of artisans, scribes, and administrators that now make up a much larger part of the city's fabric, and even in the slums, a new social order is slowly materializing. As part of the wider works we're undertaking, we could extend the renovations to another part of the city as well. So pop promotion speed, a local tax, a bunch of loyalty, or we could just say the project is expensive enough. And I think that's what we're going to do. This only costs us 5 prestige. I don't really want to go into debt, and all of those were temporary bonuses. I'm not too concerned about any of them at this moment. So that seems reasonably fine. I want to check in up here, here. Yep, that seems okay. We're working on our second religious endowment here in Editania. And the Great Temple will be done soon enough. Actually, we kind of have no need for gold right now. The national tax is not like a lump sum. So I think we're just going to get some popularity for Urka Divica here and gain 6 stability. 6 stability is a very, very good thing right now. So looking at these guys out over here, growing, still shrinking, but you're growing now. Okay, that's definitely a lot better, but some of these are still going to probably be issues going forward. So that Great Temple is going to be done relatively soon. It'll be done well before we get these shrines renovated, that's for sure. Delighting the gods delights the people indeed. Cool. So we need to make 4 religious endowments in the province of Editania. The main thing that gives me pause here is, unlike this, we're not actually seeing any progress on them. But I don't know if that's a thing or not. Never before have the streets of Titulcia been as clean and its gardens so well kept. The stone forum and temples now make it immediately apparent that this is not just a city, but also the very center of a major power, and an urban expression of splendor and wealth. Hang on a moment. Is that an alliance offer from Carthage? Okay. So if we take this, we are extremely likely to come into conflict with Rome. That's kind of Carthage's thing. And Carthage loses that. But this does mean we don't get attacked by Carthage. Is that worthwhile? I would honestly rather ally Rome. I'm going to decline that offer for now. I'm going to send some opinion over towards Rome. They're only 9 reasons away from offering us an alliance themselves. So our capital is now a city of stone. That's great. So we have 2 local building slots here. I want to check in on our current... Okay, we're capped on our research efficiency. So we don't really need to build the additional 2 libraries here. But we can start renovating the Urbaica shrines, which we will certainly do. The priests of Urbaica, as well as the Augur, have greeted our decision to renovate and expand on the Holy Shrine of Urbaica with great joy and apprehension. In time, it is their hope that the city and its holy sites will become one of the great jewels of our nation and the Carpetanian world. Let them marvel. So, minus 100% population output. We're not too fussed about population output here anyway. We need, in theory, 2 additional religious endowments over here. In theory. But let's go ahead and do that, and I would absolutely love... The Oritanian Civil War has ended, sure. I would absolutely love to get an alliance with Rome here. That is going to be such a useful thing for us in the medium term. In the medium term. In the long term, we're going to want to fight them, of course. A couple of citizens appearing in Urbaica. Very nice. We're okay with that. So 6 reasons right now. We just need to wait for that opinion to tick up. The opinion will get us there. So yeah, I'd much rather ally Rome than Carthage. I'd much rather fight Carthage and take territory down this way when Rome attacks them. That would be the idea here. For now, of course, we're not too concerned about expansion. We might gobble up a few neighbors over this way and look at getting Iberia under our control, but for the time being, I'm far more interested in getting this stuff done. Once we're done with that, we can start thinking about other things. So, we've got a slave here. I don't really want to kill a pop. Temporary slave output reduction. I don't want to lose that political influence. I guess we're losing stability here. I really don't like that choice. Okay. Well, we do have some stability to work with, so I guess that's fine. I want to keep good relations with Carthage for now. Until such a time as we're allied with Rome. Once we're allied with Rome, I don't care about Carthage anymore. We can use Rome to fight them. So that'll be great. 6 stability for 18 gold is probably worthwhile here. There we go. That'll bring back up our stability nicely, so that's absolutely great. Our temple has been built out over this way, and we're still working on renovating the shrines here. Cool. Those religious endowments are going to be interesting. We're lacking the political influence to really make this happen. It's 76 political influence, so we need a total of 152. That's a lot of political influence that we still need. Okay. We need to keep in mind we're probably going to be starting to have some rebellions in some of these provinces. We're still very, very focused on getting our political influence invested into our nation. I would very much like to work on our administration here and get some of these provinces flipped over, but most of them are still on conversions. So that looks reasonably fine. You're on religious conversion, but you have 100%. Ah, come on. You can flip that. Not that we're going to flip it, for the record. We need additional time to work on that one. We need a martial researcher, and we should certainly get that. There we go. Cool. So, the renovations are at an end here. Cool. With the immediate expansion, repairs, and embellishment of the city and its temple compound complete, the question of how it will be maintained in the future still remains. The priests themselves clearly expect a large donation of either land or money. And yeah, we'll have to do either the religious enclave or the Great Donation. And we've already decided we're going the religious enclave route. We just need the political influence to do it. So that'll be fine. We can complete that mission, but we're not going to. That'll make it independent. As a feudatory of us, but independent nevertheless. So we can do decisions here. We can promote oligarchy. We're not going to do that. That's absolutely not fine. So we're currently about, what, 30? Well, not quite 30. Let's see. It would be 30 months minus somewhere around 10 months. So we're like 20 months away from being able to do that. Okay, that's fine. Now, do we want to swap out any of these? I do like most of these. Maybe our economy deity isn't ideal. What I'd really like to do is get political influence. And actually, no, this is mercenary army maintenance. I don't think there's a deity that would give us political influence. That would be kind of crazy. For the time being, I think we will simply continue to work on our pop assimilation speed. Hello, pause menu. Okay. The Shunga Civil War has ended. That's great. And we're a ways away from getting any additional techs at this point. We're 7 years behind time in our technologies right now. So we're still working on this. We don't have the greatest of research efficiency right now. I do want to make our way down towards Scribe here to get additional maximum research efficiency. So we can certainly grab, well, it would be something along the lines of... This only needs one of these two. So we would need, like, glass blowing into exported drama, which would actually be very good. And then into Scribe. And then after that, we would do recording tradition into obstetrics, would be the idea here. So something kind of like that. We would be needing about 5 total advances to get that all done. Okay. We're no longer reduced by being a tribe now that we're a republic, right? If we go in here... Yeah, that's correct. Fantastic. There's not really a point in building additional libraries here because we're capped anyway. I'm still going to do it. Now, Rome would accept an alliance. Consider it done. Now, they're going to call us into approximately 1 trillion wars. We expect this. We may or may not participate. We'll see. But now that we're allied with Rome, that is a really, really, really big deal. We can leverage that to attack literally anyone we want to in our area. Rome is by far, I think they're the most powerful nation in the world right now. 5,300. Okay, the Ptolemaic kingdom has more pops. Rome might have more tech, though. Rome is certainly one of the great powers. No doubt about that. So yeah, they're considered a major power, and we are considered a major power as well. Interesting. Is there no such thing as a great power in this game? There may not be. Which is fine. I want to check in on our settlement structures. Any slave estates that we can build that would give us any additional goods produced? No. Okay. So that's fine for the time being. The Senate is not approving of us. Fair enough. And we need a lot of political influence. An avalanche? In Iyaka again? Ugh. That's not great. Was there a building destroyed? There was not. Okay. 10 approval from oligarchs for 972 manpower. We're capped right now, so I think that's fine. That'll get us approval in the Senate. That's absolutely magnificent. I see Carthage attacking these guys down here. I mean, they broke their alliance with us, so we would have tried to defend them from Carthage. Maybe. Maybe. We're not really in a position to fight Carthage. Not without the help of Rome. But with us taking Rome on our side, we can leverage them against Carthage. And that's going to be very, very useful for us, indeed. So we'll be absolutely delighted to do that. We could certainly construct a structure here. And what would we want in Editania? We have 3 libraries right now. That was part of what we needed for our... mission. So I suppose we've got the Great Temple already. We may want to just go for making this into a full research location. It's already headed that way. What were we going to get for religious endowments? Noble happiness and noble desired ratio? That checks out. To be clear, we're not really going to gain a whole lot of research power out of this because we're currently capped. But this will help us once we expand a little bit more. So that seems reasonably fine. 35.3 monthly research right now. And yeah, we're at 125% research efficiency at this moment. So we should definitely work on dealing with that situation. There's no doubt about that. We're currently how far away from getting these? 2 years? 1 year? About 2 years? And about 1 year. Okay. So that's not too bad. We're going to get a bunch of that. That's going to mean that we get Scribe in about 2 years here. Cool. We're at 76 political influence, which should mean that we can make a religious endowment over here, which we will happily do. And we can see that's getting more and more expensive. We're not surprised about this. Minister of Excellence, huh? Sure, we'll take the tax. That seems fine. We have an election coming up soon. This would gain a library. It doesn't really need it, does it? We may want to have this be a slave location. Losing 50 approval from traditionalists. That's actually a big deal. Okay. So we put in a library here. We're going to immediately delete it. And we're going to put in a foundry. And a mill. Okay, so with those underway, that's fine. Bring them to heal. Vague threats never hurt anybody. That hurts our stability quite a lot, but that's to be expected with a new ruling party coming in. So we need a new tribune of the people. We have a scorned family, and actually this guy is the same skill level. He's a traditionalist, but that should be fine. Traditionalists are definitely the most powerful here. Right? The traditionalists are still holding the majority of the Senate? Actually, the oligarchs are. Okay. The oligarchs want us to do some appointment. They want this guy to be a governor or hold a non-researcher office. Okay. Well, we're probably not going to be too concerned about that right now. Excellent. So we've got this city down here. We've got a number of cities at this point. We mostly are limited at this point by our political influence. That is a big problem for us. We're working on our third investment in Editania. I didn't realize that we were going to be needing to do 4 religious endowments over here. That's a lot of religious endowments, for the record. Sure, send this guy the gold. I'm not too concerned about gold, to be honest. I suppose we could go for the great donation, 800 gold. But I mean, we're already most of the way towards the religious endowments, so I think we'll just go that route. That'll be fine. Probably would have been better to just do the great donation, though, in the end. It's exactly the same thing. Yes, it's exactly the same reward. So it's just gold instead of political influence. Okay. Well, we're already so close here that we'll continue going this route. It's awkward, to be sure. Let's see. We should probably put in an academy here. Yep, there we go. And we just need 76 total political influence at this point. War averted. Okay. Good job. So, Bayetica. Now, we know that... Where are we? These guys want to put in Armed Divica. Okay. So, we could try to put that guy in. Or actually, that lady, I think. She's probably not very good at the job. This is going to be a little tedious to find them, isn't it? Can we sort by name? I guess we can come in here and see 56 years old. Okay. So this is the person that we want to give this to if we want to make the oligarchs happy. So we know she's 56. We can come in here, we can sort by age, and find her this way. That's a slightly awkward way to do things, but there we go. So that should boost up our Senate support pretty dramatically, in theory. It is completed. Okay, there we go. So we gain 10 approval from the oligarchs. That's good. We get a minor addendum here. I don't want to spend political influence. We do not want to spend political influence on things right now. We very, very much need 76. So that's going to take some time. Now, we do know that Vasconia is going to rebel in 41 months. That is a ways out. And that's definitely going kind of slow. Okay. We did just lose a researcher, but that did give us civic advances. That's nice. Let's grab glass blowing at this time. That'll boost up our citizen happiness, but really it's that integrated culture happiness that we want to go after. We'll put this guy in as our martial researcher. Cool. And this is going to be done next month tick, I think. Yeah. Yeah, next month tick. I like it. So there we go. We'll grab exported drama. That's going to give us monthly popularity gain as well as integrated culture happiness. And that integrated culture happiness will be a pretty major deal. As we look at locations like Vasconia here, that should slow this down a decent amount, especially as our stability continues to recover. So that's all looking relatively good. I do want to grab this last religious endowment. If only we had the extra, 54 that we need here for political influence? Okay. I'm pulling up a calculator here. 54 divided by 1.61. That is 33 and a half months. So 34, because we don't get, like, half-month ticks, right? So 34 months out before we're ready to do this. Okay. We're very, very close here. I really thought we'd be able to get through all of these this episode, but I didn't notice that 4 religious endowments in Editania thing. Yikes. So yeah, that's in the province of Editania here. So we would just get this one done as soon as we have what we need. So we need 50 political influence now. Sure. That'll definitely take some time. There's our martial advances coming through here. And we're now going to grab Scribe. So that's going to be phenomenal for us because now our research efficiency is much higher. 141 instead of 125. So we're now no longer wasting the research efficiency that we're getting out over here. That's good. Although we're not actually producing all that much here right now. Our pop count is quite low in this location at this moment. So that's fine for the moment. Now, up over... Oh, veterans are moving on? Sure. That's fine. Up over here in Vasconia. Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a problem. The main question that I have is, do we have enough time to go onto harsh treatment here after we get this going? That's the question. And... this rebellion is going to be in 38 months. So the answer is no. We're going to have to go on to harsh treatment now. And that does kind of suck a bit. So that's going down by very, very small amounts. It's mostly... these are a ways out still. We'll let our stability continue to build up. Unfortunate that we had to invest some political influence in that, but it's not shocking, I suppose. Well, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to get that last religious endowment done, and then we're going to definitely finish up Pearl of Contestania. Definitely did not expect to be this political influence capped on that because I didn't see the endowment requirements, but that's okay. Actually, we can grab an invention here. It's going to be recording tradition, and there we go. We're going to grab obstetrics after. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Shadow Wolf, Mlohan80, Rogue Corvid, Kintogan, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.